song.
I know.
There you go.
Yes. Oh, there you are.
Oh, no. You take pictures all day?
As you're coming in, please get out a scratch paper and clear everything off your desk. Some of these tools I put there. No. Nobody's gonna see it but me. It's fun. Nobody's gonna see it but me.
I'll wait. Yeah, I see it.
Alright. One more time, you should have your desk clear except for a scratch piece of paper. Oh, you need pencils. Probably helpful. Everybody in front of them should have two tools. Protractor and compass. Make sure you have two tools. You don't have
I got three. I have 3 tools. Calculator, protractor, scale, or compass, I think.
You have 2 tools? Anybody not have 2 tools?
I have 3.
You have 2 tools, huh?
1, 2, 3. Count.
For this last week, we put the calculator on the floor underneath you so that it's not in your way. Thank you. Okay. What do we do with this?
You make circles.
You make circles. Everybody make me a circle on your scratch piece of paper. Make circles. Mr. Tricker is recording so that I can figure out how to be a better teacher.
Ooh.
What? For me. Yep.
Trust it up.
Oh.
You gotta do one? Because I asked you to.
It's gonna sound hard, but
I believe it was which one.
It doesn't matter to me.
Doesn't matter how big it is?
Nope. Okay.
For 15 years.
So you said draw the circle. Pointing it down. And I find it easier to move the paper rather than the tool. All right, that's perfect. No, that's good. Right, this is what I usually do, like I hold it between these 2 fingers and this so that I can hold it. So you want to be able to hold it
No, but like,
What's this one? Yes,
really.
Yes, ma'am.
This is Miguel Velasquez.
No.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have 2 minutes to Chris for just a moment?
Sure.
Thank you.
Right now, we're just practicing, making sure we can make a circle. You got one?
You move the paper.
You want the pencil and the tip to be about the same amount. Right? And then this will Here, this is, the pencil is moving too much. We'll get tight.
There you go. My bad.
You should have told me to bring mine today. I had this whole
If you're not happy with your first circle, try another one. If you're confident, you're waiting on me to make sure everybody can draw something.
Yeah, I'm confident.
My birthday was
So.
Okay, so here's what we're looking at today. One of the things that we need to be able to do in geometry are construct the things that we need to work with, okay? And one of the things that we need to, or might need to be able to do, is to just take a line segment and cut it in half, right? Take a line segment and cut it in half. So that's what we're looking at today, is a method to figure out how do we find the, what do we call the middle of the line segment? What do we call the middle of the line segment? The midpoint of the line segment, okay? So you're gonna see, I'm giving you a handout. In the box, there are 7 steps. So we're gonna follow those 7 steps together. Everybody have a worksheet?
No, I don't.
Who said I know? Sorry, Jacob. Why do you want to work yourself? You want to work yourself today?
so Mark,
Look at that here. Oh.
You can work Anthony yourself.
All right, I gave away my compass, so I'm gonna put one together. Alexia, will you read the first step to us? First step.
These notes.
What is the compass of one end of the line?
All right, so first step says place the compass at one end of the line segment. When I say that, do you think I mean the pencil end or the pointy end? Oh, the pointy end. Okay. So which side do you guys want to start at?
A.
All right, we're going to start on side A. And we're going to place the pointy end on side A. And, okay? Alexis, read step 2.
okay, just a couple, slightly longer than half the line segment.
Okay, so this is actually a really, really important part. Okay, so I'm going to model right up here for you. Look at the screen. Here's the pointy end. And where my pencil will mark the line matters. Okay, so it says adjust so it's slightly longer than half. So just eyeballing this looks like about half, right? Well, I'm going to go slightly more than half. Okay, so if I don't go slightly more than half, this isn't going to work. Yes?
Close it.
It won't let me play with my pencil on the paper.
Okay, you can loosen it and put the pencil in. Like push the pencil down a little bit. Yep. Well, you might be able to. If not, I'll bring you this one. Okay? All right. Jonathan, what's step 3 tell us to do?
Use the compass to draw a circle.
All right, so with the compass in the position it's in right now, I want to draw a circle, okay? So, it's kind of awkward because I'm underneath the camera, but I'm just going to draw a circle,
Okay.
right? And I'm going to stop about there because we don't actually need the whole circle. It's good if you draw the whole circle so you can kind of see what's going on though, right? So that's what you're doing right now. Pointing in on one end.
It's the other way.
Draw the whole circle. I know I didn't draw, but it's too awkward to do the camera. Just the compass, slightly more than I see a hand on it. Slightly more than no.
That's not a lunch.
That's not the side of mine.
I'll get you into my hang I'm not moving my head. I just put the pencil down and I leave
Another circle?
All right,
Yes.
we got it. No.
Dude, you can use it.
Somebody get the
How would it be able to do?
Circles. You got circles. Actually, why don't you read us the next step? What step are we on? We're on step 4. Read me step.
Keep the same compass with drawing a circle in the other one.
Okay, keeping the same compass width. How do we confirm that we have the same compass?
I don't know.
Okay, so we're just gonna go back and we're gonna make sure, we're gonna remeasure. See, mine came in a little bit too much. I'm gonna pull it back out. That from A to my pencil, I have that measurement again. Okay? And now I'm gonna flip my pointy end to B, right? I'm gonna flip my pointy end to B. I have to have the same size though. See, when I flipped it, I accidentally closed it a little bit. So it's really important that I make sure it's open to that same size that I used the first time. And then I'm gonna make a second circle.
I'm way sorry.
You did?
Not everybody can do.
All right, and you're gonna draw a second circle. I'm gonna walk around and help you if you got style. Hey, listen, if your circles are not the same size, that means it moved a little bit, okay? Erase it and do it again until they're the same size. It really matters, okay?
Who's circling?
You dog they will, you dog.
This is the size. So this has to be the size of you know you did a good job if your circles are the same size. What's the free? See how mine intersected like that? So if you don't go more than halfway, then the two circles won't intersect. Okay? So we need the circles to be a little bit bigger. Another thing to be careful of, your circles must intersect.
I mean, like,
Okay, let's try it again.
So using the same measure, we make it a second circle.
I'm on part 3. Oh. Okay, go look at it right here.
They're two different sizes.
Fish on. Girl off. So if it's keep the same color.
big one.
I don't know why I thought it was like, that's why he got that.
See, right now, he can't move his
Yeah, he got it in.
He got to change his stance. Before he got to change that stance.
And then using the same size, you're gonna go the other way.
Hey, man, I did it.
Yeah.
I thought it was more that had came.
Everybody have a picture. Here's what we're looking for, guys. Jonathan, stop being on board. Yeah, hold on. I don't need to write this second. Hey, back up here. All right. What are we on? What step are we on?
5.
Okay. Somebody read 5 to me.
I will.
Okay.
Remember the boys with a cross in
All right, then, well.
What so would it be? Would it be?
Hold on. Coach, you want to come show us? Tylen, you want to come show us up here? Tylen, you want to come show us up here where C and D are?
I mean, I can get it.
Okay, that's all I want you to do is make a guess. So we just created, hey, listen to me. We just created 2 circles. And we're trying to figure out where points C and D go. So where do you think C and D go? That's perfect. So there's C and there's D. Okay? Wait, just stand there for a second. Then it says place ruler where the circles cross at those points C and D and draw a line segment. Label the point where the line segment intersects AB, point M. Okay? Okay, so you're going to make a line segment that goes from C to D.
So it's just a line.
Just a line from C to D. Okay? And then label the
My
point.
line not straight.
That's okay, that's okay.
Hold on.
All right.
It's still not straight.
Hey, it looks pretty good. All right, then it says label the point where your line segment intersects AB at point M.
Right here.
That's right. Okay, now, your paper, find C, D, and M. On your paper, find C, D, and M.
The ruler is, oh, okay. No, you got it, Kevin said it's 1 inch. No,
Yes.
Kevin said it's 1 inch.
You just missed Alexia's
Hey, this, as I'm seeing you guys do this, so we know this line segment CD is what we call a perpendicular bisector.
Yes.
Why is it?
Okay, so now we need to make some observations about measurements that happened when we did this, okay? So remind me with your arms, what does perpendicular look like? With your arms, right? Okay. What's important about perpendicular? And how do they cross? With a right angle, okay? So we want to confirm two things. We want to first confirm that it actually did bisect that line. RJ, what does bisect mean? Okay. Cut in half. Hi, do you hear me talking? Alexis? What does bisect mean? When it splits it in half. So, using your ruler, I want you just to measure and make sure that it actually did cut it in half by confirming that AM and MB are what?
Equal.
Are equal. So, right, that's what you should be doing right now. Pick up a measuring tool like this and measure. You may have to count tick marks, hopefully 10 of them, and make sure.
Yes, sir.
Mine is 16.
Mine equal Miss
What are
Young.
you supposed to be measuring?
Mine 4 and 4 are 8.
Oh.
Speaker going hammer.
So if your circles weren't exactly the same size, you're not going to get exactly in the middle. Right? So if you've got a big circle and a little circle, you're going to end up somewhere weird on the line.
Well, I'm so weird on the line. Oh, wait. Damn, awful.
That's pretty uneven.
See how?
It's red.
Yeah.
Oh, gee.
Okay, so. Anthony. This should have happened. They should be equal. As soon as I notice something's equal, I'm with these tick marks. Right?
Yep.
I'm gonna say, well, look, that's equal to that.
Put them in a hat, like a half
Alright, the next thing I wanna do is I wanna confirm that I actually have right angles. If I have right angles, what are their measurements? So I'm gonna take my measuring tool, and I'm gonna put this open circle on M, okay? And the black line along AB, and I'm gonna measure and confirm that I actually have 90 degrees.
Well, I have 90 degrees.
Again, if you have different size circles, you could potentially be slightly off. So depending on how good you did drawing your circles, it will
I
matter.
need to.
Okay. So if we were to continue.
Somebody about to continue this now right here?
Yeah, if we were to continue.
Yeah. I know y'all. Like a tough chicken.
And then I was very good with training. Yes, yes, yes. All right. So we've got 90 degrees here and 90 degrees here. Okay? Read the next sentence to me. You may have to read off your paper, I'm not
So
saying.
line segment you constructed, CE is called perpendicular bisector. Seven year group why you believe it has his name. Give a
Okay.
reasonable explanation.
Sorry, go. Sorry.
Give a reasonable explanation below.
All right. So there's a typo here. It should be CD, not CE. Okay? Should be CD and not CE. So CD is called your perpendicular bisector. So you're having a very short discussion in your group about why you think it's called a perpendicular bisector. You're gonna go there for that conversation. You want to explain to me why you think it's called? Okay, afterwards. That's perfect. All right, guys. All right, what do you think? So why do you think they use the word perpendicular? How do you know how they intersect? So they intersect in a really special way. They use your arms. So how do they intersect? Right. Gideon.
He's in.
Hey guys, stay on task. They That's what
Oh, they make a right angle. Make a
Yeah.
right angle.
That's right.
Easy.
Oh, he said why do they hold it? He's talking about something holding.
So the right angle part is the perpendicular part, but why is bisector? What is a bisector?
Two sections.
Specifically about this. RJ, remind the class again, what does bisector mean?
And she split it down.
Okay.
Split it out. I need one.
So here's a good sentence, I liked it.
They are perpendicular to the right angle.
She said, I believe it is a perpendicular bisector, because perpendicular is when two lines intersect and form right angles, like this does. Sorry, there's something in the middle. And a bisector is a line that cuts something in half, which again, is what this line is doing. So this is a really clear explanation of what those two words come together and mean. There's an eraser.
You did.
So if you didn't have your own sentence, you might could borrow hers. She might not mind.
Oh, I got it.
You got a good statement?
Plus, bisector. Perpendicular bisector. Two different things. There you go.
First place and then. Yeah, I got the column.
We had a whole conversation about it. All right, the next section. Christian, did you move on?
No.
Okay, will you read the next section to us?
Now that you're familiar with the construction of a perpendicular bisector, we must make one last observation. In the figure to the right, CD is the perpendicular bisector of AB. Using your compass or protractor, examine the following pair of segments.
Okay, so I don't really care about the length if I'm comparing. I only care about same or shorter or longer. So one thing that I can use my measuring tool for is, if I want to know what it is from A to B, I could just put my ends from A to C, I should say. I could just put the ends from A to C, see how wide open it is, and then go over here and see if it's the same size or bigger or smaller, okay? So make a comparison of AB or ACBC, ADBD, and AEB. I'm gonna move this. So she didn't have her paper back because she was in the middle of working on that stop it. And once you have done that, then there's a conversation your group should have after that. So move on. Comparison of ACBC.
Boy, you asked me. No, we got
Josh, he already got it. I promise you.
Taylor,
Okay, so I can say that they are.
27.
Okay.
See him. Because I got
Joshua Archer for checkout.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
That's how we're talking about this last definition.
That Odessa now. Odessa. Huh? No, I'll keep going.
okay.
Cheated on